Today, Precarious plays
Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. Now put this in though. Start with this part where I'm telling you to put this in.
Mm-hmm.
Put this in.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Good. Okay. Just as long as that's established. Don't leave that out. No, now we need to put it in. I don't know anymore. We'll handle it in post. I'm gonna try to...
We do the hokey pokey.
Put the nonsense in, you take the nonsense out, you put the nonsense in, and you shake it all about. I'm going to try to hack this before I just default to using the code.
Okay.
I'm going to give it one try. Oh, so they are pretty serious here about this one.
Oh, man.
And can I get to... I can get to that one. But this is the only way. But if I just do this, then I've got a pretty good shot of getting to the end without being caught.
Okay. Well, I have to tell you so that it doesn't ruin your concentration.
Yeah.
But there is a dog that is polluting the immediate environment.
With farts?
It's bad.
With farts?
It's bad. Yes.
Bad with farts?
I hope it's farts. It is my greatest hope that it is merely farts. Oh man, I read something a little bit frightening today on the internet.
What?
Okay, all right, not that kind of frightening. Not the usual, not the everyday kind of frightening, but more like the shower thoughts type of frightening.
Yeah.
It was this idea that oxygen is actually toxic. It just takes 65 to 75 years to kill us. But then somebody was like, well, that's actually what happens to break down your cells. That's why we need antioxidants, because your body is being constantly oxidized in its processes. Now, that is a deep oversimplification, okay? So I'm not buying into it, but like if you read it a certain way, it's like, oh, no.
Well, that's the same
and then the icing on the cake was somebody was like, yeah, maybe that's why the aliens don't talk to us. We like breathe in this poisonous gas all day and manage to live for like 60 to 70 years. And then the other aliens out there don't try to come and they're like, those are the death breathers. The oxygen-rich environment survivors.
But you can speak to that, but that's just crude stereotyping.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. But it was a funny. I was like, oh, you're cute. You're cute. Oh, death breathers. How adorable.
Okay, so our goal is to keep Samizdat from exposing TF-29. Ooh, I'm a big scary gentleman in a long coat.
Who invited?
It's a much shorter coat.
Who are you? What do you want? Why are you here? You here because of the Dubai story? The article about the moon base? The clones on the moon base? Who sent you?
Boy.
I'm here for Samizdat. You in charge?
I take charge, but I'm not in charge, man. No one owns or dictates the truth. Freedom of information is a collective right, man, and a collective responsibility. That said, you gonna break someone's nose? You break my nose.
All right.
But it's a bluff, though.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about this because part of me wants to bluff because it's funny.
Yeah. So,
and I mean, he could deliver. He could deliver. So it's not that much of a bluff.
What do you think will...
I think it would scare him, though. And I don't know if we want to come off as hostile to this poor red leather jacket wearing person.
The two options here, what they really are, it's do we want to play into this guy's expectations or do we want to run counter to them? Because this is definitely what he's expecting.
I like running counter to people's expectations. Is that wise?
Yeah, I think...
Okay, let's do it.
This isn't one of the Casey level conversations, I don't think.
Yeah.
So,
I think we should run counter to his expectations because this person is very used to like being
looking
hostile.
at the news and then seeing things and then being disappointed.
Yeah.
I didn't come here to break anything. I just need you to cooperate.
I spent my 20s in a commune, man. I'm all about cooperation.
Good. It's about something you've been looking into. It's making some people nervous. What do you know about Praha Dovos?
That little import company? I know there's more than boxes in the basement. We've seen agent types.
Agent types like this one.
That's why I go in through the window.
Pull them all back and you'll find... Damn. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's a dead end.
Right. Guys like you always come
Yeah,
back.
I don't think I would have told them the name.
Yeah.
Then what if it's something other people are already looking into? If someone like you makes too much noise, that may compromise any chance they have of uncovering something. Do you understand?
I'm supposed to believe we're colleagues now?
Give them a
Many
better
black
scoop.
types, you walk into Pike's newsroom, tell them to be hush-hush about something, and they do it. But that's not how it works here. One day, you will all be exposed. If not by me, then someone just like me. Samizdat isn't one voice. K isn't one man.
Yeah, I'm curious about Kay.
What did you mean when you said K wasn't one man?
K is an ideal, the intangible leader of tangible resistance. You can kill me, but then little K would become K. Kill little K and Bones over there becomes K. There's always a K.
And what if you kill Bones?
You can't kill Bones, man. Bones isn't real. I think he was one of them. He was supposed to be a prince of Belgium, man, but then he broke his condition. We found him inside this fucking cult, all confused, so we reprogrammed him with the truth.
Right. Suppose I needed to make a deal with Samizdat. There's no one person I can talk to?
Depends on the deal. I mean, there's always going to be an editor. Editor makes the final call on all published material. That would be me.
So you could ensure that something doesn't get talked about.
Depends on the deal.
Ooh.
What exactly do you do down here?
Samizdat is a media uprising. While Picus panders to corporate tyranny and government bullshit, we pump out the truth. We uncover it, we write it, we publish it. We get our noses broke for it.
So you print pamphlets?
Well, we do a lot more than that. We got ways of getting into Picus media network. That's how we disseminate information.
Information you get by hacking into places you shouldn't.
The truth is buried. If digging it up means skirting a few rules, so be it.
I need you to stop looking into Praha Dovos, but not for the reason you assume.
Relax, I get it. You don't think I do, but I do. You got to appease your military industrial masters.
We've all been there, man.
I'm not who you think I am.
Why don't we just talk about that kind of
Kinds of
joke?
people who
Yeah.
manipulate the news, who cover things up. You don't need to convince me that's who the enemy is.
The enemy is anyone who conceals the truth. And that's exactly what you're asking me to do. To pretend like that little import company isn't hiding something.
I'm asking you to see a difference between conspiracy and discretion. Between people who hide information in order to push their own agendas and those who need to stay off the radar in order to do their jobs. You, of all people, should understand.
Okay. Okay, look. You seem like a reasonable guy, huh? Hell, I've usually
See,
punched
refreshing.
around.
We're refreshing.
I promise, refreshing. Here's the deal. We promise to forget all about Praha Dovos and stay out of your way.
Oh, this is your thing.
Yeah.
Give him a
you
better
trade.
scoop.
Yes.
The only thing I hate more than secret organizations are toothless media conglomerates who don't hold anyone accountable, who spit lie after lie after lie. So I propose a trade. There are places my people can't get into. You get into one of those places and find me some dirt on the real enemy here.
Yeah.
Purchase media.
We can do that. That
Do
sounds
And I'll
fun.
cut whatever you want me to cut. Who knows? Maybe you'll even learn something.
No. Let's go dig. Let's dig. That sounds fun.
All right, what do you want to know about Picus?
I want skeletons. The kind that companies like Picus come all the way to Prague just to bury. Corporate archiving, man.
Corporate archiving, huh? You asking me to break into a bank?
I'm not talking vaults here. Ashani Talvar, the Palisade CEO. She leverages her clients, keeps information about them close at hand. She's got something on Picus, I know it. I just can't get to it, but I bet you could. You poke into her office, find something.
Yes,
how nasty
more
Picus is, how much they
spy
love to piss
things.
with you. And I promise you this, I'll misplace any file you want.
I'll look into it. In the meantime, don't publish anything until I get back.
Don't worry. Oh, and while you're there, feel free to snoop around. Who knows what else you might learn.
We'll see.
Many
Do we
more
have to-
spy things.
Do we have to do that now?
Oh, why wouldn't we? Got nothing but time. I need to look up what the word samizdat means.
Is that available presently? Okay, so basically just more or less go straight. Oh. Nope, 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 nope. Don't be messy. Don't be messy, Jensen. Na, 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 na.
There's never any milk in Jensen's
Ha-ha.
apartment. It's
He's got
depressing.
bourbon.
I know, but
That's all you need whenever you... I mean, what are his limbs gonna do with all of the fat in there anyway? You know?
I don't care. Look, as a person who has tried to replace milk a number of times, in the context of cereal,
Yeah. Except no
No.
substitutes?
none yet. I've looked. I try every new weird nut milk. God help us that that's what it's called.
God help us.
God help us, nut milks. I've tried many nut milks.
Stop saying it. It's not getting any better with
No,
repetition.
It's just, I'm just trying to head off people at the pass with those jokes. Be like, I
know. I went to the
okay.
store. I put it in the cart.
It said nut milk big.
I've got it
On
on my... It's on my financial statement forever. It's on my permanent record.
It's on my permanent record.
Nuts. Milk. Plural nuts.
Variety of nut milks.
I got it. Have you tried bourbon?
No,
Well, there's your problem.
I guess. I have tried the closest I ever got. Okay, like lactaid milk?
Yeah.
That's fine because it's just milk, but they took they've pre-digested part of it for you. But if you're trying to get away from the animal parts of it, that doesn't help because it's still cow.
Okay.
The closest plant milk, which I prefer, but I have also tried all of the nut milk.
Mm-hmm.
But the closest plant milk, for just a brief moment, I forgot. It was the oat milk,
Yeah.
but by like the third spoonful, it was like, no, this isn't happening. I ate the entire bowl though, which is better than I've done for any other milk for the cereal test. I don't mind. I really like soy milk. I don't mind almond milk. I think it's a little bit sticky, personally. Everybody's like, it's so creamy. I'm like, it's so creamy. Ugh. but
Even the stairs?
yeah,
Good grief, you guys. What is this place?
expensive and close. Close. It's very close.
And extremely.
Extremely close. Well, anyways, the milk and cereal test. Every non-cow milk has failed me so far. It's just not a joy to eat cereal. Like, I would just rather not have cereal. And often do not have any cereal because it's mostly sugar anyways, so it's not that helpful.
Ooh,
I like that a lot. Look at it again.
I'm gonna. I just didn't want to.
More.
Oh, screw you guys. Good grief.
What?
Naturals only benches. I hope that the tree falls on you.
Yeah.
Well, not you, because I guess you were ignoring the rules.
Yeah, that's so natural.
I just that filled me with a weird kind of energy
Yeah.
because like this is a stupid unjust law, but I did feel like a little twinge of that, like why didn't you use
read the signs.
why didn't you use your turn signal energy,
Yeah.
where it's like you weren't following the rules. I hate this rule.
Yeah, this is stupid. Also, why didn't you read?
Everything about the situation is wrong
Yeah. Oh,
is sort of the ultimate takeaway.
man, I hate how much people don't read. I hate it.
It's
It's
cool.
beautiful.
Yeah, I like that little park.
I do too. You should scrub the signage off the benches, then nobody would be hurting.
How
It's like reverse graffiti.
how would so that's definitely hollow.
No, not necessarily. Wood is very strong.
But not why would they? It would be a huge safety hazard if it weren't hollow.
Well, listen, they make airlight concrete.
Yeah.
You can actually inject concrete with various gases when you produce it so that it is really light. But
Okay.
it's dense and structurally sound.
And then
a
that
lot of
also it
people-
probably has a big metal shaft.
Oh, yeah. Certainly there's rebar and stuff going on in there.
But I just mean
however-
like right down through the center of the trunk.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, maybe they didn't do that just to preserve the coolness of the installation.
Mhm.
But right now, there are people who are studying and developing techniques for making aircrete that captures carbon fumes.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you take the gas,
Mm-hmm.
but you can just do it with air. I actually looked this up. It's one of the many things that I would play with if I was allowed to ruin the property. All of it. If I could just have space to wreck and then not have to deal with the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
You use foaming agent or dish detergent to capture a lot of bubbles. And then you mix your concrete, and then you like the bubbles come from an air compressor, so you run the air compressor at a certain PSI into it, and you develop a foam, and then you fold the foam into the concrete. But you have to have the right density of foam. But there are ways to do it. It's like DIY possible, but instead of using a regular air compressor, these people are like taking compressed gas that is just carbon dioxide and using that as the bubbles instead of the full mix of the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes a really, really lightweight, strong carbon capture.
Man,
It's really cool. I think it's really cool. Should we just plant more trees? Probably. But
I was just about to say that's another example of one of those things where I feel something, I make an argument for it, and then I look up and I'm not entirely content with the people that I'm standing next to.
Yeah, I mean,
Because-
we should probably plant more trees.
You have all of these fucking nerds who are like, let's invent something that captures carbon. And I'm like, oh, if only there was something that already did a really good job of that already existed and was actually relatively easy to produce and manage and had a lot of other general benefits.
On the low-tech side of things, there are also people running projects where you roll up tree seeds in dirt balls,
Mm-hmm.
and they make like all these little dirt balls, and then they get up in a helicopter and then just throw them down.
It's a tree grenade.
Yeah, tree grenades. Tree
And-
grenades everywhere. Low-tech, lots of mud.
You
It's
should
fun.
You should pair every one of them with a fun little teddy bear. No, actually, I don't. That's a joke. I'll come back to that whenever we're not recording because I think that we're about done, right?
Yeah, we are. This episode is done.
Yeah, we'll talk to this guy the next time we play. But the point is that There was a clip of a film that I saw recently of like the man with the white coat or the scientist with the white coat or the white suit.
Mm-hmm.
It's black and white.
Mm-hmm.
The film is old enough to be in black and white. A scientist invents a turbo fiber that is so resilient and so stain resistant that it can only exist as a white fabric because it
can't be
won't
dyed.
Right, it can't be dyed. And there's a scene where this little old lady is like, "Why can't you scientists leave well enough alone? Now that nobody needs clothes wash, how am I supposed to earn a living doing my washings?" And I just look at that and I'm like, God, learn a new skill. Do a different job. Hang in there until we get universal basic income. I don't know, but don't blame this person for making something that is resilient and impressive and is objectively in isolation, it is a long-term good that you just have all of these fucking people who are so obsessed with their own bullshit that they can't even be bothered to imagine a situation where that can fit comfortably into their lives.
Yeah.
Why are you asking that scientist, stop doing your damn science and putting me out of a job? You should turn around and ask your politicians. It's like, why do I have to maintain a job to have to keep my insurance?
Mm-hmm.
Why does it fall on the responsibility of the person that's trying to make your life better instead of the person that's trying to keep you under their boot? But all that said, I do find myself looking at the people that are like, we'll build a better tree. And I'm like, why can't you scientists just appreciate the trees we already have at home? We already got carbon capture back at the lodge.